What's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On and another month of Games of Gold. Let's see what we've got this month. Assault Android Cactus is a twin-stick bullet hell shooter, which isn't as scary as I just made it sound there. While normally saying the words bullet hell can conjure up nightmare visions of simply trying to complete the prologue of a character, Assault Android Cactus is a lot more welcoming, as getting hit doesn't necessarily mean the end. You start off by picking your android, each of which has a different loadout so you can play to your strengths. Then you enter the level and start shooting every single enemy that moves on screen, start building up your score and racking up huge combos. As I mentioned before as well, if you do get unlucky and get shot a few times, it isn't the end, as your health is actually your battery level, which you sustain by picking up battery packs on the field. It's this small difference that transforms Assault Android Cactus from a rage-inducing, controller-breaking Goliath to a much more manageable, less humiliating experience. While the game is forgiving like this though, that doesn't mean you should rest on your laurels, as the game rewards score chasing and perfectionists. Perfect runs, unbroken combos, and never getting hit is what separates the S+ rank gunners from the C rankers. Considering the game has 9 characters, each with distinct playstyles, you're bound to find that one character that'll get you hitting those high scores like they're nobody's business. Though the best part about Assault Android Cactus, other than its weirdly brilliant name, is that you can play the whole thing in couch co-op with up to 4 friends. And the game is Xbox One X enhanced, as well as being in 4K, meaning you can shoot robots in ultra high definition, silky smooth gameplay bliss. Death Squared sounds like a pretty simple concept. You control a red and a blue square, and you have to get them to their respective dots. Sounds easy, right? Well, if the game could talk, it'd probably call you smart and then throw complex algebra in your face while screaming, "Solve this." For example, the game starts off with a nice and easy, just shimmy your square over here, and then moves on to, here are some spikes. These move if this moves, don't die. No joke, that's level 2 described right there. And if one square makes a simple mistake and explodes, that's it, straight back to the start. Despite the crushing difficulty though, this game's got a real charm that really echoes back to the likes of Portal, only with less psychotic robots. We think. We're still stuck on level 2. The game's shown through the perspective of slacker scientist David and his AI companion Iris, having their commentary play over your actions as you either play by yourself or by cooperating and shouting at your friend really gives the game that little bit more character. While the story mode is limited to 1 or 2 players playing as the red and blue cubes, party mode sees 4 players added into the mix, featuring such fabled and renowned characters as the trustworthy Yellow and everyone's main man, Green. Death Squared is a wonderful puzzler and gets even better with more people added into the mix. Just don't blame us if you lose your voice because Green messed up again. Oh Green, we can't all be perfect. Now, if the Splinter Cell additions to Ghost Recon Wildlands got you hankering for more stealthy action as everyone's favourite grumpy third echelon operative, then Games of Gold this July has got you covered. Splinter Cell Conviction has arrived, and as opposed to slinking out of the shadows like its predecessors, Sam Fisher is running at you full speed with a new moveset and an old favourite lending his vocal talents. Oh Michael Ironside, how we love your gravelly voice. Splinter Cell Conviction sees our main man Sam investigating the death of his daughter after the events of Double Agent. Even though he's retired from third echelon, somehow he still manages to get himself dragged back in and begin working with old allies on behalf of the president. Now he's tasked with investigating his old employers in a plot that involves Russian EMPs and rogue private military companies. While the stakes are as high as always, Conviction brought a lot of changes to the Splinter Cell series. The game is a lot less obsessed with every stealthy detail, such as hiding bodies and managing every bit of sound that you make, and opts for more of a fast-paced approach, most definitely taking a few cues out of the Jason Bourne Book of Spying. As well as the change of pace, there's also new systems in the way of last known position, leaving a ghost where enemies think that you might be, and the brilliant mark and execute system, allowing you to tag a certain amount of enemies before executing them in stylish fashion. There's even an entirely separate co-op campaign, which, no spoilers, probably has one of the best ending sequences ever. If fast-paced spy thrillers are your thing, or you just happen to have an aversion to the light, then definitely give Splinter Cell Conviction a shot. Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown is roundhouse kicking its way into the Games with Gold lineup for July, and it's bringing its fast-paced, no-nonsense action with it. There's no throwing fireballs or devil shooting eye lasers in this game, but just good old-fashioned fist or foot-to-face action, or occasionally the giant 10-foot flying headbutt. Don't think this means the game is just a boring old regular punchathon though, as the 20-man roster has plenty of fighting styles to choose from kickboxing to lucha libre, ninjutsu to drunken fist. There's bound to be a character in there that you can definitely get to grips with. Virtua Fighter 5 still lives to its classic roots, being a 3-button fighting game, with those buttons being punch, kick and guard. But you'd be a fool to mistake that for simplicity. To really get the most out of it, you can really deep dive into the game's training mode and learn the basics with each character, which really opens up the game even further. That's not to say that the game isn't fun without learning, as 1v1 fights with your friends, either online or together on the couch, can be so much fun, but there's also something funny about ruining your friend with a ridiculous throw combo as Wolf. Might explain why they never play with me anymore. Overall though, if you're looking for a fighting game to really sink your teeth into, or just looking for the next game to mop the floor with your friends or family with, definitely download Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. So there we have it, that's July's Games with Gold. Make sure to let us know what you think down in the comments below and which ones you're going to be playing. Drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new so you don't miss out on any Xbox news, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!